And I am very, very proud to stand before all of you this morning and present Assembly Bill 1783. This bill is a critical step forward in addressing our farm worker housing shortage here in California and certainly in the Assembly District I represent. Farm workers are the backbone of California's agricultural economy. And together with our family farmers, they work to bring the freshest produce to market and certainly do their part in helping feed the entire country. Yet there are not enough affordable, decent places for them to live. Some are homeless, others pay rent, and that eats up the majority of their family's entire pay. And their housing, their living situation, is deplorable. We have farm workers living in garages, in tents, in vans, and abandoned buildings. We have multiple families living in the same one-bedroom apartment. There are farm workers living in trailers with no air conditioning during the hot summer months. These aren't just farm workers we're talking about. It's their children, it's their families. In rural Monterey County, in the district I represent, 1 in 10 students are homeless. In 12 schools, that number is 1 in 5. A significant number of these kids are children of farm workers. This is happening right here in the golden state of California. California, which now ranks as the 5th largest economy in the entire world. Farm workers ensure that places like Google, Apple, Facebook can all have endless supplies of food in their cafeteria. Yet these same farm workers do not have a safe and decent roof over their heads. This situation is a humanitarian crisis, and I believe that we here in the legislature have a moral obligation and a moral responsibility to act. This bill, Assembly Bill 1783, is an important first step. This legislation would create an opt-in program, a tool, designed to streamline the process by which decent, quality farm worker housing gets built. It does not add additional red tape for our farmers. Instead, it helps make it easier for farmers and nonprofit organizations to build the dignified, family-friendly housing for workers who keep us fed and help drive our state economy. This bill won't solve all of our problems with regard to farm worker housing and our farm worker housing shortage, because there's much more work to be done around this issue. But it is an important first step in the right direction. And so, as many of you know, I can speak about this issue, I can speak about the importance of farm worker housing, and I can speak about it from firsthand experience. You see, my grandfather was a farm worker at Almaden Vineyards in Piscinas, right here in California. He, with my grandmother and my mom, who's a single parent, they raised my brother and I. And I grew up in farm worker housing with 10 members of my family. And our housing was very, very basic, but it was decent. And our row of farm worker housing was located right beside the vineyards where my grandfather went and worked every single day. Decent housing, our decent farm worker housing, it gave our family the opportunity for a better life. But many farm workers then and today are not so lucky. This bill, Assembly Bill 1783, will make a significant difference in the lives of those who work the fields like my grandfather did. And we must ensure that our current generation of farm workers, that their children also have the chance at a better life and a brighter future. So on behalf of my co-authors, I respectfully ask for your aye vote on this bill. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.